Guys, I need to get something off my chest. There's something that is bothering me about this football club. Something that's been bothering me about this football club for seasons now. It's been bothering me. And at this point, guys, I think it's time we need to talk about this, guys. Does this club care about its players? It's a genuine question. It's not even rhetorical, guys. Answer the question in the comments section. Does Barcelona Football Club actually care about the health of their players? Specifically, their youngsters. The future of the Barcelona team. Does this club care about them? Now, the reason, guys, I've started asking this question is because, guys, recently I've been checking something out. I don't know if you guys remember. We recently just played against Real Sociedad. And we just beat Real Sociedad. And in that game, Lamine Yamal, our golden boy, the golden goose of Barcelona, played 90 minutes again. And guys, if you guys don't know, Lamine Yamal is currently playing with an injury, guys. An injury that he sustained against Real Betis. Now, the severity of the injury is unknown. But from the pictures that we've seen, it looks nasty. It's an open wound injury, right? Now, personally, I thought because of an injury like that, that he would have been, and because of his been having issues with injuries this season, that the club would have been very careful with the way they've been handling his game time. But no, guys, we've played Lamine Yamal for 90 minutes in the last 2 games. And now we go to the Stadio de Luz on Wednesday against Benfica, and we all know that he's going to start in that game. Doesn't this club learn from its lessons from the past? In fact, guys, I need to say this. Lamine Yamal's last injury was around December, and we thought he was going to be out for a few weeks. Thankfully, he actually returned relatively early. He came back in the Super Cup and won us the Super Cup. Hansi Flick was very smart with him. Barely played him a lot of minutes. Didn't play him a lot of minutes. Was really limiting his time in the team. But I need to get this out of the way. This is beginning to worry me. Lamine Yamal is being worked into the ground. And the reason, guys, I'm talking about this is because, like I said, guys, the reason I'm asking the question is because look at what's been happening with some of our youngsters in the past few seasons. Pablo Gavi has just come back from a year out of injury with an ACL injury he suffered during the international break. Before him, it was Pedri who was having injuries. And before him, it was Ansu. Now, the reason, guys, I'm bringing all of this up now is because, guys, we've seen what's happened with Ansu. Before there was Yamal, there was Ansu Fati. This kid, when he came out from the academy at 17, was absolutely cooking. He was in the team with Messi, Suarez, Griezmann, Ousmane Dembele, and all of them stars, and he was outshining all of them. He was looking like the second best player in the club alongside Messi. And then you know what happened? We kept on playing him and playing him and playing him for club and country, playing him and playing him and playing him and playing him until eventually, by the time he was 20, his body started breaking down. And now he's gone to a point now where this guy can't stay fit to save his life. And now what has the club done? Club has just discarded him to the side. Manager doesn't trust him because he's too injury prone. But why is he injury prone? Because we've been playing him and overworking him at the age of 17. Now this kid, who's going to be 22 this year, by the way, he's only 22 this year, right? His career is looking like it's finished at the club. And it all came from us overworking him. And then you look at Pedri in 2020. We played Pedri's first season as an 18-year-old. He played 52 games for club alone. Let's now remember, this is 2020-2021. So we're talking about the 2020-2021 season, including the Euros and the Olympics, which, by the way, he was called up in. And not only was he called up, he played every single minute for both club and country. He played over 70 games. And you know what happened to Pedri? He went 2 seasons where he could not stay fit. In fact, this season, in the 23-24 season, is the first season since his first season in the club where he's actually not been plagued with injuries. And it's all because the club insists on overworking him. Why does this club keep doing this? And then we have Gavi. Gavi broke into the team in 2021-2022. And then look at him. We overworked him. Keep playing him in the midfield for club and country. Guess what? It messes up his ACL. And now he's just coming back from injury. Just coming back from injury now. What is wrong with this with his club? Why do we insist on never learning our lesson? How many times do we have to see these youngsters come from Masia or get bought by the club, and then when they arrive, because they are academy graduates and they are the future of the club, they'll get to play 50, 60 games in the season for 90 minutes straight. These are youngsters that the club seems to forget. And the reason I have a problem with this is because at the end of the day, Yamal is the golden boy. This guy is the future of not just only Barca, but football. Everyone who watches Barca every week says the same thing about Yamal, which is he's the future. He's the future. He is the future of the club. But you know what happens? This club insists on playing him. I thought, and I know people are gonna say, "Oh, but Omar, the Barca squad is not that jam-packed, right? There's not a lot of there's not a lot of like players in the team." This is the problem I have. When we played against Real Sociedad, we were 3-0 up. Hansi Flick started taking off everybody and kept Yamal on the pitch. Now, I don't care. People are going to say, "Oh, Omar, haven't you seen the way Yamal reacts to when he's getting substituted?" Bro, I don't care, bro. Yamal is a kid. Yamal needs to understand that the club are worrying about him, bro. You are one of our key players and we want you to play every week. You can believe in your mind that you can play 90 minutes every week, bro. You don't control your body. Your body can give up on you anytime. And if you're injured, guess what? That's the team in trouble. And you don't want to be going months, ACL injuries and be out for over a year. Is that what you want? That's what Hansi Flick needs to put in this kid's mind and tell him, "Yo, you don't understand. You want to play and we want to play you, but we want you to be fit so that you can play. But if you keep playing 90 minutes every week, guess what? Your ACLs are going to go. And you know what happens if your ACL goes? You're gone for a year. Look at Mark Bernal. This kid was supposed to be part of the team. Guess what? His season is over after 1 game. And as the manager, you have to make those decisions. But at the end of the day, I can't just put this on the manager. This has been happening at the club now for seasons now. Every time we have a good youngster come out from the academy, the club never wants to go out and buy players to play in those positions because we want that player to grow. We don't want competition. These players are the future. Literally, I made a video a few months ago, in fact, where I was linking the club to Salah. I was like, Why don't we go out and get Salah? Salah's contract runs out. I had people telling me, Omar, isn't the way Yamal plays? Okay, so what? Oh, but Yamal is the star. Bro, Yamal can't play every 90 minutes. And that's the problem with this team. A lot of fans, this is their problem as well. They only live in the here and now and they don't give a damn. And that's the problem. That's why I'm looking out for these players. Because at the end of the day, guess what? If these players get injury prone, if someone like Yamal gets injury prone, yeah, it's going to be sad for the football fans like me and for everybody. But when it comes to the club, if he's not reliable, the club is going to cast him aside. So this is out to the club. I'm sending this message to the club. Start protecting these players. You can't keep overworking these guys. Yamal has played 90 minutes in his last 2 games. He's working with an injury right now. He's having an injury right now. I don't expect to see him play 90 minutes against Benfica, but at least let's bench him in the next La Liga game. Let's protect these players because these players are the future. They're not just the now, they're the future of the club. But these players are not going to have a future if we keep playing them like this. It has the Ansu Fati point not proven this point already? Has the Pedri injuries not proven this point already? I mean, Gavi is back and Gavi barely plays because, dude, he's coming back from injury. He's not 100% sharpness just yet. I know he's been back for months, but you can see it. The manager still doesn't trust him to play weekly, every single week, starting every week. He's not ready. He's just come back from injury. So we really need to work on this. And this is our message to the club. We need to start worrying about these players because these players are the future. These players are the future. And Yamal, he's key to the future of Barcelona. We need to make sure we go out there and we go and sign players so that these players don't get to be overworked every single season. Do better, Barcelona. But tell me what you guys think. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. And like I always say whenever I end these streams, Visca el Barça, Visca el Catalonia. And peace, you guys. Take care.